What is up, you guys? It's your girl Kennedy, and I am back with another video. So today you guys, I'm going to show you how to turn your old dry wig into a real poppin' wig, okay? Period. So this is the wig I'm going to be using. I did use this in my crimp tutorial wig. So yeah, you see it look a mess, it look dry, it's all old and all types of stuff. So yeah, so like we finna just shake this wig back. So what I'm gonna start by doing is brushing my wig out just so that I don't have any clumps, and that way when I wash it, it won't get lumpy and then you end up pulling the hair out. Like, that's just ghetto. You don't want no bald wig. So I'm just going to comb that out or brush it out, or whatever you want to do. Just so that it can be, you know, nice and smooth during this process. So these are the items that I use. I use this Liquid Pearl shampoo, and you can use any of these, they're really good. Then I use the Liquid Pearl conditioner, and they smell good too, y'all. My bad. And my holy grail, which is really gonna shake her back, is my silicone mix. You can Alright, y'all, so I'm going to start off with some cool water. I do half hot, half cold. And I just take my sprayer and I spray my hair, drench it so it's completely wet, because you want your hair to be completely wet, of course, because you're going to wash her. Like, still need a good wash. So I just take the water, spray it thoroughly, make sure that it's completely wet. And if it's not completely wet, then that's okay. You can always turn the water on and water back up. So I'm going to go in with my Liquid Pearl shampoo. And I'm going to put some in my hand starting out, but eventually I'm just going to put it all over the hair. But I started out just putting some in my hand. And I normally start at the ends because of the simple fact that that's what really needs the most work. That's where it's most dry. That's where it's most brittle. So I really start from the ends and work my way up. Some people start from the top and work their way down. It's your preference, but I like to start from the end because I like to run my fingers through the ends. That way it can detangle itself. Now, what you never want to do is wash your weave the way you wash your regular hair. So, you know, like when you washing your regular hair, you be digging in your hair, twirling your hair in circles, you know, whatever. You do not want to do that with your weave. That is how your weave gets tangled up. That's how you end up pulling hair out of the wig. Like, do not do that. When you wash your wigs, make sure that you take your fingers and finger detangle. Like, use the finger detangle method. That's what I do to wash all my wigs. That way that they won't be, you know, getting tangled up as you're washing your hair. But yeah, I just wanted to put that out there because I used to do that like when I first got weave in my head, and used to be wondering why my bundles were so thin. You can't do your hair like that. So I really like to work through those ends when I'm washing the hair. Alright, y'all, so I just go back in with some more. I went in started with like hot, but eventually I'm gonna turn my cold water setting on. So yeah, you just go back in and just rinse all of that shampoo out. And when you're rinsing your wigs, make sure that you rinse it until there's no bubbles, okay? But we got to get to this lace before we completely rinse everything out. So what I'm doing is I just put some shampoo on the lace, and I'm just kind of taking my nails and just kind of like scrubbing it. You don't want to scrub it too hard because you'll put a hole in your lace, and so you don't want to walk around with no hole in your lace, no bald lace. Like, that's what you don't want. So I'm just taking my fingers and just scrubbing my lace to get any glue, dirt, and oil and makeup off of the lace, because you don't want that. I promise y'all, you do not want that. So yeah, I'm just kind of doing that to get all that dirt, oil, grit, grime, whatever you want to call it. So as y'all see, I just went ahead and turned on the cold water so that the water can be back cool. Now I'm finna completely rinse this wig out with the shampoo. So like I said, what you want to do is I always go in with the sprayer first, and then I'll put it under the actual water head. But you want to make sure that when you are washing the shampoo out, that you wash it until there's no bubbles or anything else in your sink, because if you still have bubbles in the sink after you wash this out, that indicates that you did not wash everything out, for one, and for two, it would dry your wig out because you left that stuff in there. You don't want to leave any product in your weave. Okay, we want this weave to be as silky and as bouncy as possible, period. So yeah, just make sure that y'all are doing that. But as you see, I'm gonna give it a good rinse. Make sure that I'm getting all of the shampoo out. And if you just so happen to make the mistake and leave a little extra shampoo when you're washing out the conditioner, you might be able to catch it when you're washing out the conditioner. So don't panic, but you'll be able to catch it when you're washing out the conditioner if you just so happen to leave any in there. So next I'm going to take my liquid pearl conditioner and I'm going to drench my wig in conditioner. If you know me, you know I drench my wigs, my hair, my everything in conditioner, because conditioner really just, baby. So I'm going to start from the top and make sure that we get that top part drenched in conditioner, and I'm just going to finger detangle all the way down. So I'm going to half it, like take it at the bottom, and I'm just going to drench shampoo in the center and also on the ends, because I want my ends to be full of moisture and everything else. So I'm going to kind of like massage all that conditioner in, because baby, we want her to be hydrated. We want her to look like she's been drinking water, period, moving and bouncing. So yeah, I just drench my whole wig in conditioner, because baby, when it's dry like that, it be needing a little conditioner, baby. So after that, I'm going to take my brush and detangle it from end on up. You always want to detangle from the ends and make your way up. You never ever want to detangle going from the top down, because like I said, you are going to bald your wig, sis. You are not going to have any weave. You're not going to have no trace. You're not going to have nothing. You're going to bald that wig out, baby. We want her to be full. So you always brush your wigs out from the end and make your way up. And like when you feel it, like it just feels so luxurious. It feels so like, yes, yeah. Like that's how you really know. So yeah, I'm just going to still just comb it out, brush it out, whatever you want to call it. And just make sure that everything is nice and detangled. You also want to make sure that you get behind that wig, because underneath, like where the neck is at, that's really where it be like catching the most tangles. So now I'm gonna let my wig sit in the sink for about 10 minutes. I always let my wig sit for 10 minutes. And I'm just gonna let that conditioner do its magic and everything else. So see y'all in 10 minutes. Alright, so after 10 minutes, I'm going to take cold water, not cool water, but cold water. And I'm going to rinse all that conditioner out. Reason you want to use cold water, and you should do this on your natural hair and in your wigs, is because it seals in all that moisture. So you want to make sure that you use cold water only. So I'm going to rinse my wig until it's just completely rid of bubbles. Because like you see all those like white bubbles and stuff. So I'm going to give it a spray. Then I'm going to stick it up under the water head. So once I'm done, I'm going to take my wig, drain out any excess water, and I'm going to put it off to the side on a towel. So I'm going to run hot water only, no hot and cool, but hot water only. And I'm also going to boil some hot water in the electric tea kettle. So what you want to do is you want to fill your sink up with hot water, like scalding hot water, and also add some boiling water, because I mean, you know, it makes it really, really hot. So I'm probably going to use, I think, 2 tea kettles worth of hot water, and then the rest of the hot water comes from the sink. So you don't have to fill it completely up. I just filled it up enough until I knew that the wig would be saturated in the water. So you're just going to put hot water in your sink. Okay, y'all, so I'm going to take my daily hydrating oil serum, and I'm going to spray some of that oil into the water. That way that the wig can get some oil and hydration. And then next, I'm going to take that bamboo silicone mix, and I'm going to put about a spoonful. I'm going to try and get what's left off of that cap, because I didn't realize there was some stuff left on that cap, sweetie. I didn't know. So I'm going to try and scrape some of that up, but I just took like a normal spoon, and I just scraped it off. And then I went ahead and just took a full spoonful out of the actual container, and I dumped it in there. And so I'm just adding some more of the hot water that I had, and I'm just going to pour that completely in there because like I said, you want to have enough water for your wig to be saturated in the water. So you see, I just took a spoonful, and I'm just going to throw it in there. Now, here's where it kind of gets tricky. I know some of y'all gonna be like, girl, what the heck? But when you put the silicone mix in there, it's gonna be hard to mix. So you wanna mix it until it's as dissolved as possible, if that makes sense. Because it's gonna like stir off into those little chunks. Then you're gonna wanna kind of stir it until it's almost dissolved into the water. It may not fully dissolve, and that's completely fine. But, you know, you can also put the silicone mix on the actual hair itself, but I don't do that. I just put it in my bowl of water and, you know, just kind of mix everything together and, you know, just kind of make sure that everything is dissolved versus just throwing it on the hair. So I'm just going to stir that up until it's dissolved enough to my liking. It's not going to be completely dissolved because I don't want y'all to come for me and be like, girl, it's not even dissolved all the way. No, it's not. But, you know, after a while, you get tired of mixing and you're just like, let me go ahead and throw this wig off up in here, baby. So this is exactly what happened. But this is going to be your holy grail. I'm telling y'all. When y'all see the end results and see how this hair is going to be looking, y'all going to be like, dang, I got to go get me some of this. Because silicone mix really works. Like, whether it's the silicone or the silicone bamboo. The silicone bamboo has been pretty good so far. This is my first time using it. And it's been good so far. I've used it, I think, like on 4 of my wigs. Maybe, and it's done pretty doggone well. So I recommend that one and the regular silicone mix. It works good. So as you see, I mixed it up as much as possible. It's still some little chunks left, and like I said, that's fine. So I brushed out my wig, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by dropping the tips in. You never want to start by dropping the top end because some people might do that. Don't do that. Start with the ends because the ends are what need the most attention. And I just kind of swirl the wig around, you know, so it can get all that lusciousness from the silicone mix. I know it look like old dirty dishwater. I don't like that. But if it's going to make my wig look good, I ain't worried about it. So I'm just going to dip my wig off up in there, and I'm going to let this sit for 10 to 15 minutes. On the container it says 2, but I always let my stuff sit for 10 to 15 minutes because, baby girl, you want your wig to be nice and full of luster and moisture and everything else. So give it 10 minutes, rinse it out with cool water. This is what it looks like, and I'm going to rinse it out with cool water. After I rinsed out all that silicone mix and dried the wig, well, towel dried the wig, I took that same oil serum and I just sprayed a couple of squirts in my hand. That way when it dries, it won't have like any type of, you know, like frizz or anything like that. So I'm just going to take a little bit of oil, just a little bit, and I'm going to like just finger it through because We want to make sure that it's shiny, but it's not weighed down with oil. You don't want to put too much oil on there because then it's going to weigh down your hair. So yeah, I'm just going to take that, and I'm going to take my brush, and I'm just going to brush through the hair. And yeah, like that's basically it. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to let it air dry overnight, and yeah, I'm going to see what it's looking like tomorrow. So I'm just going to scrunch it up because it is like a loose wave curl. So I scrunched it up, you know, so you can see how the curls be looking when it's wet, because it's going to dry just like that. And I'm going to let this wig sit under my fan in my room. That way it can dry so much quicker, so much faster. Like, look at that, the luster. So yeah, I'm going to show y'all how it looks tomorrow once it's completely dry. Alright, you guys, so this is how the wig looked when it was completely air dried. I literally just set it under my fan and let it dry completely through. So yeah, that's just how it's looking. It's real cute, and it's all nice and fluffy, and it feels really super duper soft, and the hair naturally waves up or curls up like that on its own. So yeah, that's all y'all got to worry about that. But it did completely air dry. This hair dries like super duper fast overnight, so it didn't take much for it to dry. And yeah, it's just super duper soft, and I'm going to curl it. If y'all want to see how I curl it, you gotta wait until the next video, because I will be dropping a video on how I pin curl my wig. So just wait on that video if you want to see how I curl it and get it styled and dolled up. But yeah, y'all, so this is just how the hair is looking. Real cute, super duper soft. Alright, y'all, so this is how the hair looked after I curled it and I took the curls out. If you want to see my pin curling tutorial, please wait until the next video. But yes, this is just how the curls look, and you see the hair is shaking, it's bouncy, it's fluffy, it's cute, so period. Alright, y'all, so this is how it looks on my head, and you know, the curls is bouncing. She's cute. The curls is bouncing. So yeah, that's all I do to shake my wigs back to life. I do that with all of my wigs, whether it be curly, body wave, loose wave, straight. That's what I do to just shake back my wigs and just get them back in a really good state. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys in my next freaking video. Make sure that you smash that subscribe button, like button, and also comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next freaking video. Bye guys.